good Friday morning, a feel-good summer Friday. Mets go into Chicago and have another one of those laughers that I love to see. A no-sweat victory over the Chicago Cubs, and now you got Marcus Stroman today. Better beat him up. I don't want to see anything but him out of the game in the second inning with 7 earned runs with all the crap that guy has talked over the last couple of years. Yankees a little bump in the road. There's no doubt about it. It could be a hell of a lot worse. There's no doubt that they have had one of the great seasons we have seen in a long time for them, regular season first halves, that is. But Severino going on the IL and losing 2 out of 3 to the miserable Reds is not a good look at all, but we know they'll figure it out. We now know what Danny Ainge is looking for, as there's a report that his offer was quite large, as you would expect, and we will detail that in a Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks trade. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Jay. I'm with you right there with the Mets, man. The Mets were great yesterday. That's exactly what they had to do. And the Braves won again last night.
Yeah,
they're at the horrific Washington Nationals.
God.
So the Braves picked themselves up and they win a game. So I got to finish this first half strong and. Like you said, man, take out Marcus Stroman tonight and continue winning. And it was great to see Marte and McNeil back in the lineup. And Lindor gets the thing started with a big double. And of course, you got the Alonso home run, and Carlos Carrasco was great. So, I just felt like, okay, we're back being the Mets again. This is the team that we saw, earlier in the year in May and April. And hopefully they can finish strong here and keep that lead. And 2.5 games still with 3 games to go here in the rest of the half for both teams. And then they come back after the All-Star break. And by that time, hopefully Jacob deGrom's part of the mix here. And the nice thing is that you get a great performance from Carlos Carrasco. So that was great. That was really, it was like just a perfect game. That's exactly what they needed coming out of Atlanta. And now they just got to keep it going. And then for the Yankees, man, they have lost 4 out of their last 5 games now. Mm-hmm. And Loizaga was just horrific last night. And, it was nice that they came back, though. I mean, I wonder how many people left the game.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. There's been so many Yankee comebacks that it's got to be in the minds of the fans to hang around, especially against the Reds, who probably have the worst ERA in baseball, I think, especially from their bullpen. So, I would hope some people at least stuck around. It's a Thursday night, too. You can always power through Friday if you have to go to work, unless you're a teacher and you got the entire summer off. But yeah, just a back-and-forth game, and both starters were very, very good. I mean, Luis Castillo, who is rumored to be traded to just about everybody looking for a pitcher, including the Yankees. I mean, that would be a shot in the arm for them and their staff.
Well,
especially
it'd be
with
a shot
the news
for anybody's arm.
Right, of course, especially with the news of Severino. But, that guy was awesome last night. He's, dotting 99. He's got one of the best changeups in baseball. He was just shutting them down last night. So you could have dreams and thoughts of maybe him coming over at the trade deadline and adding to this already stacked team as they head into the postseason.
They bring back Tyler Wade as well, too, by the way. So, I don't know what that's all about. I guess they just want somebody that they can, that can be a multi-positional player and somebody that they're familiar with. But, hey, look, here we are, and it's in the middle of the season. It's the dog days. The Yankees are on a little bit of a losing streak. The Mets seem to have righted the ship a little bit, and we get to the All-Star break. We come out of the All-Star break, and then, as I think it was Chris Bassett was saying it the other day, these games are important for sure, and for different reasons to different people, especially the fans. But for us as Met fans, what I like, and I wake up this morning, I feel like they've held off the Braves at least to this point, and they've done it for themselves, and they beat a Braves team 2 out of 3 with a less than perfect lineup. And that's the key thing. And now they get their guys back, and they have a explosion last night. And let's just hope that they finish this damn first half strong.
Yeah.
Be nice to see them take – look, I want 3 out of 4. I don't want to be greedy, but, I'd love to have a sweep here. It would be great. And it would really be good for, I think, the mindset of all of us Met fans just to enjoy and sit back and watch the All-Star game and then come back, and then maybe Jacob deGrom's a part of the lineup.
Well, yeah, he had his rehab start last night. He did hit 100. He was very, very efficient. He gave up an unearned run, but he got to his number of pitches, I think in 4 1/3 or something like that. But he looked great, and he came out of it and spoke after the game and said that he felt great. So I believe there's one more type of throwing session that he's going to get during the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in Port St. Lucie, and then after that, if everything goes well, you'd expect him to come back. So,
oh man, would that be unbelievable if he could just come back and just be healthy? Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I want to talk about a shot in the arm
you
like we're
wanna talk
talking about that.
It's like adding a guy at the trade deadline.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Yeah, of
when
course.
you think about it.
Yeah.
All right, so give me the idea. Give me the 411 on what Danny Ainge wants.
All
here
right,
now.
I'll give you the exact. What's in the bag over there, by the way?
Oh, I brought you guys breakfast this morning.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah, we had Winnie Dudu's second birthday party yesterday, and Sydney, went over the top and just ordered way too much food. So she said, bring breakfast in. So I brought it in for you guys.
Of course, everybody orders too much food.
Oh, my gosh.
We got leftovers, huh?
Yeah, great leftovers.
Great leftovers.
Al, you're going to love this.
He's not going to eat any of that.
What is it?
Why not? Oh.
You'll be lucky if he smells that.
You want to smell it?
Sniffs
Smell it. Just smell it. Tell me what it is.
Oh, it's fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
That's fried chicken.
Yeah, from the Poultry Mart in Great Neck.
Get out of here.
Look at that.
You brought in some fried chicken for
Look
us.
at that.
Oh,
Are you kidding
baby.
me, man? There's nothing better than fried chicken in the morning for breakfast now.
No, there is not.
I mean, if you got some waffles, now we got something going on here.
Let's get it. There was a waffle maker in here somewhere.
There's a waffle maker
There
in here?
was. I mean, I remember Billy Giacalone was making waffles down the hall, and you went and got one. Like
I did get one.
Like
That's right.
8 months ago or
How
something.
do you remember that?
I don't know. I just.
I could never remember that. So, yeah, I brought in some fried chicken for you.
All right, perfect.
Look how
That's
good that
great.
looks, though.
Yeah, you could eat that hot or cold. You know what? You just eat that cold.
Look at it.
You
Yeah,
don't-
no,
you don't want to put that.
no,
You don't want
look
to
at
put that in the microwave.
Look at that.
Then it gets a little
That's,
rubbery.
Al, look at that. That's
It's-
ridiculous.
I
Al.
can't
Looks
even.
really good.
I can't even tell you what it. I mean, it smells
Come on in here and you want to smell it, Al?
immaculate.
Come on in here and smell it.
Does Bobby approve you smelling this? Is it okay to smell? Yeah.
Here, take that one. Take that. It's just a leg.
Oh, you're gonna eat it?
Yeah.
You're gonna actually eat this?
Yeah, attaboy.
Hey, yeah. Fried chicken dance.
All right, I like it.
Al turns up on a summer weekend.
Everybody loves fried chicken.
Yeah, you can't turn that down. You cannot turn that down.
Yeah, so that was, oh man, it was ridiculous how much food was there. But anyway, so.
Yo, here you go. You want this?
Danny Ainge, yeah.
All right, the Danny Ainge request. Now, there's been two guys who have been all over this, both working for The Athletic. One has been Shams Charania. The other has been Tony Jones of The Athletic. So this is a Tony Jones report. And the
So this is a new report.
A new report as of a few hours ago. Utah offered Mitchell to New York for, count 'em, 6 future first-round picks, plus Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, and Miles McBride. And the Knicks apparently backed away
It's insane.
from that proposal.
You know what you do? You just hang on now. You just relax. Everybody take a big deep breath. The Knicks have more to offer than any other team in the league, and inevitably, Donovan Mitchell is going to get antsy.
Oh,
and he's going to, and he may, I don't know, he may become a problem for the Jazz now that Danny Ainge has gotten this far and this is out there. Donovan Mitchell fully expects to be coming to the Knicks.
Oh, sure. Do you see what he's doing tonight?
He's throwing out the first pitch at the Brooklyn Cyclone game.
And it's Donovan Mitchell bobblehead night.
I love that.
I mean, this guy's a New York athlete without being a New York athlete.
Get him here.
Get him here makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, it does make a ton of sense. Now, obviously, when stuff like this starts happening, there are all sorts of opinions about all of these things. Mm-hmm. And one of those opinions out there, negative opinions out there about this, is the pairing of two smaller guards. And, how they could be dominated by larger guards. And neither one of Brunson nor Mitchell play great defense. And what do we know about Tom Thibodeau?
Oh, he loves a defensive team.
Right.
Requires defense.
Right. So that's kind of the only negative tinge to all of this stuff. But there's no way that the Knicks are doing what Danny Ainge threw out there right now or whatever the Athletic is throwing out there right now. So there's no reason to do anything hasty at the moment. And just you got Danny Ainge has got to be so much more realistic. The only thing that we kind of liked is that there was no R.J. Barrett in that deal.
That's right. So the reason why I think that Danny Ainge is not asking for R.J. Barrett is R.J. Barrett's going to require a large contract in a short amount of time, just like Tyler Hero when Miami was talking to Utah and Utah was not actually interested in Tyler Hero, even though he's a great young player. It's that he's going to get paid in short order as well.
They don't want to pay anybody at this point. They want to they want to kind of reset. They want to get all these assets in there, and they want to see whether like a Grimes or an Obi Toppin or somebody can turn into like the next Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
somebody that after 3 or 4 years in the NBA turns into a legitimate starting position player. And you all of a sudden, a guy comes out of nowhere, and he's the next guy that the Knicks are going to try to retrade for.
Yeah, and nobody, as you mentioned, nobody can offer as many picks as the Knicks. I mean, they can offer up to 8 in order to get this deal done. So I'm fully confident at this point, and hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me, but I am fully confident at this point that they will figure out a deal. And it's going to be mostly picks. I think if the Knicks decide to come back with a counteroffer, I think that maybe, they'll shave off one of those picks and one of those players, and we'll see if that gets it done. But I would rather send more picks, quite honestly, than more young, controllable players.
Well, the picks don't mean anything to the Knicks right now.
Exactly. They don't. No.
And the picks are there to acquire somebody like Donovan Mitchell. That's why they made the decisions that they did around the draft this year. This is the next level of decision making that the Knicks have to. Well, they brought in Isaiah Hartenstein.
Mm-hmm.
They gave Jericho Sims a contract. They gave Mitchell Robinson a contract. So those are 3 things that they did. So now here comes the next set of decisions. And of course, they signed Brunson to a free agent contract. So here comes now the next set of decisions that are going to hopefully make the team better, make it more exciting. And again, like I still say, you got to. I don't know if that. I guess that money works out with the players.
Yeah, I think when you put it in there and you have that many picks, and then you talk about the players, it ends up being okay. I know there's other ones and other proposals where Derrick Rose is in it and Fournier's in it and Cam Reddish is in it.
We got to try to make money match, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. There's so many rules that it does. It's sometimes there's ways around these certain things clearly, because if you think about all those players, none of them are making any money. Grimes, Quickly, Toppin, and McBride, aren't, I don't know, does it get to the salary of Donovan Mitchell? I'm not even sure. So that I'd have to go into the trade tracker or whatever, the trade simulator, and try to figure it out. But Donovan Mitchell, this is it. It's happening. I believe it is happening. We've been begging for a young superstar, for the Knicks to get him somehow, some way, whether it's free agency, which is preferable because they don't have to give up a ton of assets. But, hey, that didn't happen. Now you're getting a guy who signed a max extension in Utah that I thought was going to be untouchable, now out on the market, wanting to play for the Knicks. Danny Ainge wanting to get a deal done with the Knicks because they can offer more draft picks than anybody else in the league. This is going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, that means that Leon Rose completely effed it up, because it's all right there. They have decided they're trading him, and they're trading him probably to the Knicks. So just figure it out and use a little bit of your leverage too. Meaning that don't let anybody else swoop in and give a better package.
Right, but again, this initial package, that is supposedly the request from Danny Ainge is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not talking about Magic Johnson here, are we?
No, we're not talking about Magic
Johnson.
Johnson.
Isaiah Thomas here, back in the day. No, we're not talking about that type of player.
Well, what part don't you love about it? The 6 first-round picks?
It's way too many. It's way too many assets. I mean, I drop it back down to 4, and I take maybe 2 players away. I mean, it's ridiculous. But again, I want the guy here, but I also want to be able to have a team.
Yeah, you'll have a team, and you know what'll happen.
And by the way, I want to get rid of the guys that that we need to get rid of, not the guys that everybody wants. I mean, like part of what we need to is also cap flexibility as well. You got to look at all of this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, and you want to create some room to be able to have somebody else come in and want to play with Donovan Mitchell that could be a high-priced guy too, because that's another part of this. As Donovan, you build it and he will come.
Yeah, but just remember, you're like you said, they're going to have to pay R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that at some point. I mean, they didn't give him the rookie max yet, like Zion Williamson got. But at some point, they're going to have to pay him. Yeah.
Just imagine if you're R.J. Barrett, and you've basically played for 3 years, and you've played great, and you've gotten better every year, and Zion Williams has barely played.
Yeah, I know. And it was his teammate and his buddy.
And that guy's already got an extension for what?
Yeah, hundreds of millions of dollars he got.
Right, for what?
For doing nothing. For being exciting for like half a season in his rookie year. And then you barely saw him again. Right. And people are questioning his his commitment and the weight issues and all of that stuff. And R.J. Barrett's gotten better and better. He's been basically the star for the Knicks, and he's rounded into shape. He still hasn't gotten his money yet, but he will. Still only 22 years old. He's going to get paid. I mean, it feels like he's been here for 10 years at this point, but he's still only 22 years old. They're going to pay him. He's going to stay here, and hopefully he's here for the rest of his career.
All right, so we're getting Donovan Mitchell, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We're sending over Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly,
Yep.
Quentin Grimes,
Yep.
and Miles McBride.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
It still doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it has to if Danny Ainge offered that, right? And then the 6 first-round picks.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. I guess, yeah, but I don't have those right here
available for you. Yeah,
on the trade machine.
I just got to trust. I got to trust that that's something that the NBA would.
Well, the amazing thing
approve.
is, it's like Donovan Mitchell's salary is a little bit over $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you got Obi Toppin at 5.3, you got Emmanuel Quickly at 2.3, Quentin Grimes at 2.2, and Miles McBride at 1.5.
Yeah, all attractive assets for a guy like Danny Ainge going through a rebuild.
Right. So let me just throw Julius Randle in there. Oh, now look what happens.
It makes it green.
Now it makes it green, baby.
Yeah. Good luck. That would be something else. Get him out of here. Well, who knows? Maybe he comes back and he has another season like he did 2 years ago. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. I guess it's possible, right?
I'll tell you, it's still possible. If you throw Julius Randle in, anything's possible.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm saying, is it possible for him to throw it back to 2 years ago as opposed to last year?
Nah.
We're talking about all NBA stuff and people chanting MVP.
If you could get rid of Julius Randle's contract by giving an extra 2 picks, would you do it?
Meaning all 8?
I mean, would you I'm sounding like just to get rid of his contract and get him out of here?
I wouldn't give up all 8 picks to do that. No. I mean, I would have to be guaranteed another big-time player to come in if that were the case. That's like,
I mean, but the
big-time players.
But the point being is that, like, if you're the Knicks, it's kind of like what the Rangers did, to get rid of Patrick Nemeth, their defenseman. They traded assets to Arizona so Arizona would take the entire contract. Mm-hmm. And Arizona needs the contract because they have to get to the floor of the salary cap. There's a ceiling and there's a floor.
Yeah, which there should be in baseball.
Right. But anyway, so they traded assets so they got rid of a bad contract. So that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, I know.
Are you willing to trade assets to get rid of a bad contract?
Yes.
Or just a player that just doesn't fit what you're trying to do on your team?
The answer is yes. And I think
all right, so
agree.
that's another thing that you have to take into account if you're the Knicks. You got to be figuring out, okay, look, they probably want Julius Randle. We as the fans are like, forget this. I mean, especially if we're going to be more athletic and we're going to be a running and gunning team. He, like I said, throwing the ball and just, sometimes he goes Carmelo Anthony on you.
Yeah, he did.
Bounces the ball, bounces the ball, and then takes a crappy shot and tries to force
turnover,
something, or turns it over, or throws it to somebody with a second left to go on the shot clock.
Yeah, it was a miserable year for him. And then he turned on the fans. So, yeah, getting him out of here would feel pretty good.
But that's what you have to think about. You have to think about all those different possibilities. Now, I don't think Danny Ainge is going to want to do that, but if you were going to tell him, hey, you want this many draft picks, guess what? In order to make this trade, you got to take this contract too.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Knicks brass looks into the next couple of years and includes Julius Randle in that. I don't think that the Knicks themselves.
I think it's more about us and the fans.
Yeah, I don't think the Knicks themselves look at Julius Randle like we look at Julius Randle. Unfortunately,
you know what? Given the fact that supposedly World Wide West wanted Thibodeau fired. And who's World Wide West's best buddy? Julius Randle.
Well, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of
good
friends.
buddies. Good
say John Calipari.
That's right. Yeah, well, he's got a lot of good friends. Yeah,
a lot of good friends.
He's got good relationships.
Well, this is going to happen. So just as this Friday morning, this summer Friday, know that Donovan Mitchell at some point is going to be in New York.
And you want it to be a feel-good Friday.
Yes.
So, we as Met fans wake up, it's feel-good Friday. Yankee fans are a little bit concerned about what's going on, losing 4 out of 5. And now the Red Sox come to town for 3. So just beat down the Red Sox, and you feel a little bit better as you get into the All-Star break.
Boomer and Gio on a feel-good summer Friday on the Fan and CBS Sports Network. Jerry joins us in a couple of minutes with his update.